Yes, it's very competitive in Singapore. We are very fortunate because, under the Marriott, under Marriott International, I would say because of customer types, right, and things like this. Firstly, I think Marriott has a very strong loyalty program. So our Bonvoy membership, currently as we are in our first month of opening, 90% of our business comes from our Bonvoy program. So Varel Singapore is part of Marriott's fastest growing brand under the Tribute Portfolio Collection. Being a distinct premium brand, the Varel Singapore is actually a brand by itself. So the DNA of the brand, the core values of the brand, it's independent story, vibrant social spaces, and sincere service. So these are the core values of the brand because it's a 128 rooms property. So we are actually focusing on frequent independent travelers, but we also have smaller groups from 15 to 20 persons. And the brand encapsulates, personalization and also distinctively also in terms of its technology as well as personalized services and bespoke services. Varel Singapore is part of Marriott's Tribute Portfolio brand. It's one of the fastest growing brands in the world. The brand actually core values encapsulates one, which is an independent story, which in this case, the owner actually has, the whole hotel was built on his childhood experiences. Secondly, vibrant social spaces. The brand actually looks after the entire hotel where you have, personalized space where, our customers, which are the modern mavericks that likes to, mingle, likes to explore spaces. And thus, we have both indoor and outdoor spaces for them to move around. And last but not least, it's actually sincere services that, which is bespoke and personalized. So our guests, obviously, we have not said that we want to, stereotype guests, are the modern mavericks. They are the ones that, they are not cookie cutters. They are the ones that likes to explore, community. They like local experiences. And more importantly, they like experiences that at least enriches whether it's arts, culture, and even food. So and we are very different from Marriott's traditional brands like the Sheraton or the Westin, whereby everything is part of wherever that you go. You obviously have the same experiences in terms of the product that they have, whether it's the heavenly beds to obviously personal renewal and instinctiveness, or the wellness in terms of the Westin brand. But interestingly, the brand itself in Tribute Portfolio, it's actually a brand by itself. We create the brand in terms of how we want our guests to experience. For example, we have bespoke bathroom amenities from Maison 21. So the scent is actually bespoke, where obviously we go through a whole process to create the scent, and it's only one of a kind. So we have the scent from day, night, and obviously the original scents according to the rooms that we have. One of it is currently, as you know, that we are now, obviously in an evening room, which we call. So obviously the setting is actually in the darker tones, where we also have lighter shades where, some guests would prefer lighter shades of the room. So that is part of some of the things that we do that, is very personalized to guests, which obviously preference to their preferences. Yeah. The hotel was actually built in 2019. Before this hotel even started, we had actually government intervention. That means, why they gave us this place was actually a bus station in the past, in the early 1950s. It has a lot of history. We are in the arts and cultural district. Post after that bus station in the 1950s, it was built as a mixed development, which is part of a condominium as well as a shopping mall, a tiny shopping mall. And as time went by, the government wanted to renew this entire area. That is why they built schools, schools for the fashion, the arts, the culture, and things like this. So in order to, capture the whole essence of this place as well, they decided to build an international hotel to, obviously assist the entire area and, rebuild this to be a hub. Thus, a train station, the MRT station, obviously it's 2 minutes from us, was also being built to ensure that, obviously transportation and coming to this area for the rest of, Singapore being into this area because of being an arts and cultural district. We are the only hotel right now to be able to, provide one of the best services, I would say, in arrival experience. One, we offer TWG iced teas to every guest. Secondly, we also offer Denzi Gelato, which is also local in terms of the sustainability. Both are Singaporean companies. Because we do that, that's part of our experience, which I don't think any hotel now has given this experience, this personalized experience to every guest. But obviously with our uniqueness of 128 rooms, that's the magic that we can actually offer in terms of personalization, in terms of the arrival experience. And in addition, I did mention in regards to our bathroom amenities, we have Maison 21, we have bespoke coffee cups, which was created for this hotel. We use artisans from in Indonesia to create these cups just for us. So they're very personal and very unique to the hotel. They're not cookie cutter. You can't find these things. And even cushions that are hand sewn by, elderly ladies who are in the arts, where they perform such beautiful things, which takes maybe 20 hours to do just one small little cushion. So interestingly, the whole entire hotel is built on personalization. And on top of that, we have also gone digital. So a lot of guests are now requesting for, when they're at work, a lot of our guests are actually from corporate offices where they attend meetings, etc. They do fast taxes or, taxes or just to send their laundry or even run errands, etc. So we have a team that, obviously, like a digital concierge just for guests. Breakfast, it's situated on level 2, which is Hathaway Autograph. We have a sister restaurant, which is in Capital Tower. So breakfast is situated on level 2. It opens from at 7 and we close at 10 a.m. It's an international buffet, but we also focus on the local items. For example, in our area, we have a lot of very delicious food or local favorites. One of it is Old Chunky, which is a famous local grown curry puff in the early 70s until now. So it's probably have 100 stores around entire Singapore that we work with as well. In addition, we have the Selegie soya bean, which is just across the road. So we also have our own local favorites from laksa, which is obviously a gravy and noodles, and also Singapore chicken rice, as you know, that's our national dish. We also offer kuehs and etc. Even our mini bar, actually, we give to all guests. We have bandung, which is actually rose syrup drink, which is a delight. You can get this at our hawker centers, and we also introduce a bit of Southeast Asian flavor as well, which is the Thai iced teas, and we have the international drinks, of course, in the mini bar, which is given complimentary with the Coca-Colas and the Sprites. The restaurants first, or the food and beverage. We actually have 3 outlets currently. We intend to have a fourth one. So I'll start, obviously, Hathaway Autograph is all-day dining. It serves Southeast Asian cuisine. And then we move down to vernacular coffee. This is the fourth outlet. We have 3 other outlets in Singapore. Interestingly, we offer coffee all day from 7 in the morning to 12 midnight. Guests could just walk into vernacular coffee to have a cup of coffee if they want takeaways. That's also complimentary on behalf of the hotel. We do have Saga Bar. The bar is located on level 2 next to Hathaway Autograph. And it provides, drinks in the evening, cocktails. We also have our Marriott loyalty program where obviously Platinum Elite members actually enjoy complimentary drinks from 5:30 to 7:30, and that's also inclusive of snacks, bar bites, etc. Last but not least, we intend to have the fourth outlet for a very small hotel at the rooftop bar. So works are in progress right now to have that bar in the coming months, and it's going to be stunning because we have an infinity pool that complements the bar, and we are the tallest building right here actually at Selegie Road. Marriott has very strict compliance in regards to brand standards. We call it BSA for short. It's called Brand Standards Audit. Every single hotel in the Marriott portfolio has to, pass this so-called inverted commas examination on a yearly basis. So in regards to that, because being a premium distinct brand, we have, we did also have our own ways of working, but we have to align this with the Marriott policies. For example, we have bespoke bathroom amenities, whereas the other traditional brands, have a standard across all hotels globally. So for us, it's slightly more difficult because obviously, we have audits by the corporate office. Thus, stringent selection of vendors is critical to us, and obviously testings, etc. It's important. And last but not least, I think it's also important that we also hear the guest. That means, we get assurance from the guests in regards to, engagement, and thus, that is how we evolve as we go along in regards to, performing to brand standards or adhering to brand guidelines and compliances. The guest journey doesn't just start from arriving at the hotel. The guest journey actually starts when they're booking the hotel. Obviously, if you go to our websites, you can see that we have local attractions that that we actually go behind the velvet curtains and insider, to explore places, because our guests are the modern mavericks that don't want cookie cutter kind of experiences. So we have also a heritage tour that we provide to our guests, which is curated in our own district. In our own area. The numbers are enormous. We have the National Museum, it's just 10-minute walk from here. We have the famous Kuan Yin Temple, which is a 3-minute walk from here, which is in front of our hotel. We have the famous Rex Theatre, which is currently being restored right now. There is a lot of colonial buildings that, obviously have been preserved at our doorstep. So arts and cultural things to do is just countless. Marina Bay Sands is just four train stations from us. Location in terms of arts and culture, abundance. Lots of things to do right here. We have both leisure and corporate customers coming regularly into Singapore. A lot of headquarters is being here, so that people do visit their headquarters very often as well. I would say success not only looks after the top line or the bottom line or profitability. I would say success also it's two ways. The customer success obviously is ours. Happy customers, obviously happy hotel. Last but not least, I think one of the most important key thing is it's people. Marriott's first core value is people's first. So I would say if we have happy associates, that would derive happy customers, that will be that enables top line profitability, and then guest expectations will be also part of it as part of our success.